Excuse me. Hello, Doctor Who fans. I am Doctor Who commentator here. Provide you my personal commentary. Okay, you know this. So, never mind disclaimers. It never works anyway. Let's move on to Survivors of the Flux.
We're stuck in 1901. Jericho!
So, obviously, last week's episode, truly shocking, amazing episode. Only to end a bit anticlimactic, it seems. Well, not completely. I mean, I'm just going to turn that down. I did not notice that. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get blocked for that. Oh, Jenny Whittaker. Ooh, mandate kill. Oh, so, hey, yeah, the Doctor's an angel. That ain't good. It's never good. Okay, Director Azur. I can't pronounce that. Okay, hey, Chibnall, the guy everyone seems to hate for absolutely no reason. So there's the Doctor, now an angel. Just when I thought this was going to be a big thing about the origin of the angels or something, but technically we know how they're formed, because Amy was turning into one and Claire Brown was turning into one. Something no one really thinks about. That's how angels are formed, that's how they're born. It's pretty obvious at this point. Yep, this is what I like to be an angel.
Is that all you've done?
Yeah, that's all they've done.
Made me one of you.
Well, yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, you're walking, aren't you?
Demonstration of strength.
Sort of.
Say something.
Well, you know they rarely say anything.
Blinking.
But there's not much they can do to you right now. Now, is there?
Prison guards.
Ooh,
Conversion to what?
we are conversion.
You've encased me in a weeping angel form to transform me. Why?
Well, I'm sorry for the whispers, but I've got to keep it down to prevent the video being blocked.
You're a very smug statue.
Well, yeah.
Dealing with my friends. You're
Yeah, exactly. Tell you what they'd want to do.
my friends are never lost.
So, 1904, Mexico. So I'm just gonna adjust the volume. That's here. Sorry, this just makes it easier for me to hear, that's all. Right place. Mexico. Oh, that was close. Nearly kebab. So, not sorted that out, it seems. Yeah, it's fair enough. So how are they doing things? Are they both counterweights still for each other? Yes. Whatever it is, you've got it.
I'm still not sure about taking it. It's discovery. It's called discovery. Strictly speaking, it's theft. If we take it, we have to bring it back once we have it decoded.
Wow.
Reseal the sealing.
I can already hear the screams of woke right now. Oh, why can't we be happy about empire and what we take for heritage? Not ours. Is it annoying? Yes. But lots of programs like to make points like this.
Return to what?
I have returned. And back as an angel again. And now back. Ooh. quantum realignment. So
Do not remove your conversion plate.
she's been out of alignment?
Follow me.
Ugh. Time travel programs. Never makes sense. Hey, botany. But essentially what it is, it's just one big greenhouse. On the convergence of two universes. Oh, there she is.
I know.
The one.
You.
Honestly, I did suspect was Tecteum.
You won't be told, will you? Right.
And now we know.
And where are we? This is division.
That's division. How she's gonna get answers. 1904 Constellimpio. I don't know. Ooh, I'll have a translation soon.
That day the world is going to end.
That's the pot. Oh, oh, he's dead. And soon so will they. Of course you will. You'll just be for one series though. I'm almost certain of that.
We've got a task. We have to stick to it.
Yep, stick to the task.
Can anyone else smell burning?
Uh-oh. Anyone notice throughout this episode how well groomed Professor Jericho is? But not Dan. I mean, Dan's actually quite well groomed at the moment. But the level of grooming between the men, by which I mean shaving their beards, alternates for some reason.
Your quick thinking this time, you could have all perished in that blast.
Yeah.
Kill us. How do they even know about it?
Ooh, I'm sure many people want to kill you.
Date? December 5th? But no year.
Oh yeah.
Just one moment.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, can't we take turns?
No. Evidently not.
Come in.
And, oh, look at his feet.
Are you new?
I couldn't quite tell what the problem was. Were those sandals or something? Oh dear. Oh, dangerous man. Oh my, a serpent. I wonder who that could possibly relate to. Can't fight the future. Bite your tools off. Oh dear. Wow, that's very James Bond. I think I've never seen James Bond. Probably the one man in Britain who hasn't.
Poison capsule. Lodged in his tooth.
Yep,
Self-sacrifice.
exactly.
Jolly good thing too.
No, you weren't.
Now we have
See? Serpent. Pay attention.
in our cabin. What if someone walks in?
Roll him under the bed for now.
Hang on. Under the bed's a bit icy.
Then come nightfall when it's quiet. Shove his body overboard.
Ooh.
What?
You seem remarkably proficient at this guy.
There's no use
Yeah.
to finish.
Have you?
We've got the future to save.
Is this your work in the police or something? I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, it's not making a...
Oh hey, Hugo from Vicar of Dibley.
How long did you say you'd been in the area?
Ah. Oh, quite a while.
No longer at all, sir.
Well, he says that.
Back from a prolonged period of service elsewhere, you'll forgive me if I don't say that. Of course, yes.
So was all that set in the past or something?
So, what's your field of expertise?
It's not completely clear, is it?
Entre nous. I fear I may strain your credulity, sir.
Hmm. Oh,
Specialise in threats that
Try.
may originate from beyond this earth.
yes.
Things and events placed as
Sounds like science fiction from
really. Now,
H.G.
I realize
Wells.
that you, as an experienced and much decorated officer, may find that a dubious occupation.
No, apparently.
It's quite fortuitous.
Now,
In what way, sir?
here's something.
My new posting. I've been tasked with looking at the business end of a new task funded by the United Nations. With threats from
Now,
beyond our understanding.
this is 1958,
An extraordinary coincidence, isn't it? Although
and
I myself such a forces later.
I was checking up in here.
A bit on a different sea.
The invasion was probably set, according to this,
Where does one start?
in 19...
You wouldn't be interested in running an eye over what we're planning.
Sorry, just...
It has to be good.
I actually wasn't paying attention during these few seconds, so...
I would be honoured to give you any
So we'll quite pay attention. Okay, so... The invasion... It's not quite clear what year a lot of the unit stories are set, but according to this, it was set somewhere around 1979. And the now Brigadier Lethbridge-Stewart somewhat implied that the unit had been formed recently. But 1958 doesn't seem that recent when you consider it was set in 1979. Personally, I thought it was a bit earlier than that, which is exactly why I'm checking the book right now, even though I should be paying attention to other things. Oh, look how I don't pay attention. Oh, enemy of the world. That's close enough. Okay. First broadcast notification. So, yeah, this. So the Web of Fear should have been 1975 or later. It's all dependent on the author, obviously. Flux is destroying the universe. So, I should not have been talking over the Doctor, I suppose. But is there anything to talk about with this? It's just a message left by the Doctor of things we already knew, frankly. Figure out when everything's converging. Yeah, of course you would be. Yes.
I know you do. I hope you said I miss you too. Oh, hang on.
That's very fortuitous.
Control room.
Yep. So, she was in a different room there. Dumped the body.
Heavy beggar. You made quite a splash. I can't say I enjoyed that.
No, I don't suppose many people would enjoy disposing of a dead body.
I should have looked.
Okay. But. Yep. Sorry, there's just not much to talk about in this, and I can't really leave dead air right now. Just a somber moment.
Tell me, where are we? You're being
Well-
very reductive. You're being evasive. A
Yeah.
completely transparent power move, and not
Just tell her. You're gonna tell her anyway.
Systems are under increasing strain.
Oh boy.
You can push it much further. If
Yes, he could.
increasing propulsion levels.
Oh boy. Everything's falling apart.
What is that ooze doing?
Of course, you have a lot of
Well-
questions. It must be hard to know where to start.
No.
Well, a scientist usually would have a lot of questions.
So you'd like to know
They're curious.
Yes. Are you in charge of it or just behaving like you are?
Well, it's complex.
Hmm.
but yes, right now, leadership
Yes.
falls to me.
Leadership of what though? What is
The division.
Division is simple
Simple.
and indescribable. It began on
Describable.
Gallifrey as a group to ensure the safety
Okay, so I thought it wasn't really a Time Lord thing, but it is.
of our sizes broadened. Division kept pace. The number of operatives grew.
What did those
But-
officers do?
Anything we needed. Guided and shaped events.
Interfered.
Yeah.
Contravention of all Time Lord directives.
Well, come on. The Time Lords used you. The only reason that they gave you back your memory to control the TARDIS and a dematerialization circuit was, in reality, just so they could use you again. They've always used you when they wanted to interfere. Does pose the question, why didn't they just use division?
Angels do your dirty work can be classed as magnificent.
Division recruits across all dimensions from all species. It had to.
Then why couldn't I
Yeah.
get it?
Had to.
Where are we now? Because I looked.
Yeah, you gotta look.
Across the universe, and there was nothing.
We're not in the universe.
Nope. No, you're in the multiverse! They finally brought a whole comic book trope to Doctor Who. Now, that's equally interesting. Bell has now finally, stolen the Lupari ship. So, again, this episode has been set entirely like this? Sorry, the phone just went off. So this... everything we've had with Bell and Vinder has actually been in the present day? Or a bit in the past and a bit in the future? I genuinely don't know. Bell's timeline is hard to track, it seems.
Okay, we did. That huge monolith doesn't look foreboding at all.
Well, yes, but they didn't quite explain what it is.
Yeah, I swore an oath to help those in distress. And
Yeah.
it's on a lead, so
What was your job then? What is your society? Sorry, just checking the battery right now.
You are disobeying species recall.
It's not a Lupari.
no, don't do that.
Oh boy.
I'm on a mission here.
Not Lupari. Lupar.
Hyperjack me.
But too late. It isn't your ship. Oh, just missed. You're okay. Hyperdrive. One thing out of the way. Yeah. On the search. Something's there. Oh, look who's there. All the people captured by Passenger.
This is what I was worried about.
Yep.
All the missing.
You should have been. They're here. This is why you should never accept a deal that seems too good to be true. There she is, Azura. And swarm with her. Somewhere.
Your role here
There it is.
is simple. You
A simple role.
and we are time. You are
They are space and they are time.
and our power source.
Well, they're dead. As is the way in Doctor Who. Lots of dead people. Working.
Just as we planned.
Just as you planned, yes.
We can connect with her again.
Connect with her. Oh, cool. Detective Hume. I was a bit lost there.
Universe 1, if you like. And we are here. Outside,
So, they're actually calling the Doctor's universe Universe 1.
which is where direct
More accurately, the Detective Hume's universe, I suppose. That would make sense, actually. If the Time Lords discovered the multiverse, then it would make sense they'd name their own division 1. A universe 1.
It's incredible. Oh, conversion.
Hmm.
That's why conversion plates allow us to exist in form outside
Yep.
the known universe.
very good. You
Yeah.
always are fast at processing everything.
Quick.
Yes, they
She knows everything about you, Doctor.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Near the end of the old universe, division is moving into the next.
Oop.
Crossing is in progress.
Oh dear.
This place?
My seed vault. Genetic traces from the previous universe to import into the next.
It does make sense, actually. You really think about it.
Isn't going anywhere.
But
It's over, Doctor.
may not have much of a choice, Doctor.
Since we let a virus into the experiment. What virus? You.
Oh
You got out from division. And you couldn't leave.
dear. So, all that time wasn't a good idea?
But I had to admit that I always knew deep down you'd never stop if you rediscovered what division had done.
Nope.
I mean, more reality
Of course the Doctor doesn't stop. You know the Doctor.
than when you knew the truth, you'd never stop hounding.
So the universe has to end to protect the existence of division.
Precisely, which is why we entered
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
down and you within it. Except even
The whole
better,
Black Ops group.
disrupting the flux just as it came into existence. Throwing yourself and their
Oh.
targets in front of it.
Yeah,
Division created the flux because you're scared of me.
Not scared,
apparently.
perhaps.
How much power do you imagine I have?
You inspire.
A lot of power, it seems.
Rise up. You give them hope that can be problematic.
Who
Really?
even are you?
It's a bad thing.
You don't know.
Well,
Why would you?
your face has changed multiple times. Why would she?
My eyes are the same even across the new.
Although, thinking about it, Time Lords are telepathic. Why does she not recognize her? I mean, surely that was the whole point. The whole point of telepathy was to help identify each other. Take to you.
The woman you used to call Mum.
Oh dear. Well, that's done. And now we're into 1967, Ministry of
At the
Defense.
beginning that this would occupy nearly a decade of my life.
Hmm.
I had second thoughts.
Decade.
Whereas you, Apprentice, you look a day older.
No,
What's your secret?
he wouldn't.
Great conscience. Like that. That's our new corporal. Brought him in after we missed the whole thing at the post office tower. He's a shouter. He's very good.
That's a whole nod to a William Hartnell episode called The War Machines, and possibly Lethbridge-Stewart. I envisioned that they'd make that little nod for him.
National Health Service began.
Be a nice idea.
A project for which the public will be grateful. Yeah.
Did they National Health Service be damned? I don't know. I couldn't hear, I talked over him.
What's that?
A phone box.
Well, this is an object we found in a deserted village in Devon. The residents disappeared overnight, and this box was the only anomaly. The constabulary insists it's not theirs, and we can't even get into it. We're converting the entire village into a military training territory. For safety.
Oh yes, that's exactly what Claire Brown said. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention when I first saw that part. So,
The purpose is to detect
the Doctor's TARDIS has been in unit headquarters for all this time then.
get that sample spore.
All this time they knew it was there. Just waiting for the Doctor at some point.
Human as they come.
Yep, as human as they come. Now we'll use it on him. Oh.
Radiation. If it's not fully through. Not Hoffman's been working on this for ages.
Oh dear. So obvious now. Now you know why he doesn't age.
My God, Sherman. You really are a fool.
Oh boy.
How you expect to protect this pitiful grey? What do you mean?
No. Oh. Oh, that is such a gruesome effect. Oh, the Grand Serpent. Mind you, I admit, even I didn't clue into the idea that he'd be an actual serpent. God, that effect. I don't know if it's so good and so bad at the same time. It's better than 2005 effects, definitely. Called the Grand Serpent. Don't stand there. Yeah, that's a great joke. Spatial distribution.
You're generating the final waves of the flux from here.
Yep.
Forcing spatial compression on that universe. You're trying to
You just need to
into the next universe.
completely destroy the universe.
Behind. No wonder this place feels under so much pressure.
We all need to
Yeah.
look out for us. That's why I had you brought here, to ensure you won't be in the universe to save it. So,
She still needs the doctor.
Master told me true.
Yep.
yeah,
Yes, what the master told you is true.
I found
Everything. Everything the master found was true. Even though there's information that was missing.
be deposited there by work. No one back. No one to care.
No one there.
You took something that didn't belong to you.
I rescued you. Would you prefer to have been left?
You assumed
Sorry, I was just hearing some very odd noises.
there to be collected. What if I was supposed to be taken through it? What if whoever left
Mm-hmm.
was taken by that wormhole?
What if?
You denied me.
What if?
Everything
You don't know, Doctor.
but I understand. You think it could have been something else?
Well,
Someone else,
there's so much Doctor could have been.
maybe. I'll never know. You jerk.
You know what?
Giving you
One thing I've certainly noticed, and this happens every regeneration, but I've completely forgotten about Peter Capaldi. It happens every time. New Doctor comes in, people don't like them. Time they go out, everyone's like, no, they haven't been there long enough. Rinse, repeat. Although this one's a bit different. Because there's certain sectors of society who seem to not like it.
shows I was right. All your memories erased.
Oof. Yeah, memories are erased.
Yes,
And there's the monument again. There's Vinda. Oh dear. Passenger. Passenger is here.
A friend of the doctor.
A friend
Do
of
you
the
not
doctor.
think we will detect you?
Yeah.
No, I was pretty sure you could. What are you going to do about it?
You do realise the passenger is there. Yeah. Great going.
They are so tiny.
Really didn't think that through, did you? Nice prison, must be said. I mean, a void of endless nothing, but a nice prison. Hello.
Anyone hear me?
Yeah. Diane! Who I keep thinking is meant to be really important, but they've hardly used her.
I've got a plan to get you out.
Seems like it's
Finally, someone
she's just there for Dan.
died, by the way. Liverpool.
And I've got some scores to settle.
Yeah, your score settled. Nepal! 1904. Now, here they go. They've done all this within the span of a year? Ah, a guru. Jericho and Dan are still well groomed.
I am an expert in percipience and visionaries, and in my historic
Are you?
reading I have read much about you and your abilities.
Must have been a lot of history books.
Humility, as we are in the midst of an extraordinary task, and seek guidance as to what the future holds.
The future.
Took you long enough? I'm sorry? To get up here? I've been watching you for days. You need to take more exercise. So, look, from down there, who's kissed who? I don't take any up here. I'll take anything. I mean,
I'll be honest, you don't get many jokes like this in Doctor Who these days.
I'm a hermit.
We would have got a newspaper for the known.
You mean you haven't?
No,
About some food. A rope, a torch.
surely you go down for food sometime.
I wonder really.
This guy's funny.
You had anything for us? No.
Really?
There's you again. I don't get to treat people.
This man is quite insufferable.
I have 3 words.
3
We
words.
climbed all this way for 3 words.
Yeah,
Go on.
well, just say 'em. Fetch. Your dog. That's it.
Beg your pardon? Fetch your dog.
That's what he said.
Is that it?
Yep,
Does this make any sense to you?
kind of.
How do we fetch?
Weirdly, for some reason, I was sort of thinking K9. I don't know why I thought that. It obviously couldn't have been. Of course, it was Caravista. China. The Great Wall. And now the Skylight. Okay, so now Dan has a beard, but Jericho doesn't. Hacking away. Get something out. Oh hey, whitewash. Make sure that's right. And now Jericho has a beard. So went from one side to the other. Fetch your human. Dan is here in 1904. So that's been left there forever.
Time travel, you idiot. Oh, humans are so
I was thinking that actually. Caravista isn't a time traveller. But I should point out, and admittedly he was zooming in, but you can't actually see the Great Wall of China from space. That's a myth. Do wonder if they actually did go there though. Probably didn't. Flux termination in progress. And now we, yeah, I completely talked over. Now we know where the flux came from. It's just a whole way of wiping out the entire universe because it's now a failed experiment. Why they didn't do that some time ago, I don't know. Doesn't quite explain Swarm though. I would like to know more about Swarm's origins. Yes, we know about how him and Azur were imprisoned, but still, who knows? Maybe next week. Might actually be next week. Or the New Year's special. One or the other.
We can sort this. Sorry.
We can sort this.
Which part of the universe is this?
Um,
No? There's nowhere near enough of it.
all that remains.
It doesn't make sense.
What doesn't? Oh, right.
Printed correctly.
Alright, a lot of the universe no longer exists.
Moving in from the outside, also.
It's gonna have to be reformed eventually. We know that's how this is gonna end. And now Earth is the apex. That's literally the point. The Earth is the apex.
Uncompressed. Because I'm thinking, those transplants, this power source
all wild because the Lipari ships are shielding it, protecting it from the flux.
We both know that service is heading. And what is that noise? Whispering.
Something only the doctor could hear. There's only one thing like that. Ooh, the house. The creepy house. So that creepy house was the doctor's memories all along. The fob watch. The good old fob watch.
I see you found it.
Yeah. Only way you can find it. 1987. To oversee unit.
The appointment of my successor is within my gift.
Oh. That's how it works. You appoint your own successor. That sounds like a stupid idea, to be honest.
People don't like you.
That's very blunt.
Not sure why.
Were you liked in Line of Duty? I don't know. I don't watch that. My dad does. Yeah, lot to occupy. An honor.
You will be chair of the unit committee over my death.
Whoa. Well, that's that. Well, you're dead. That's how it works. Anyone in his way, he's gonna kill. 'Cause that's what villains do.
Turn the heating down, Simmons. It's like the reptile house in here. That's rather the point.
Oh dear. So he can just do that? Anyone he looks at, he can automatically put a serpent in them? Or whatever it is. There's gonna have to be some naming of his race at some point. Ugh, monstrous. Now I don't know why, but I kept thinking the boat was the Titanic. Stupid, I know.
What are you doing?
Well, him again. Yeah,
Stewart,
not a good idea.
we've met in the tunnel. What do you mean
Yeah.
by my tunnels?
Well, ignored him.
Time's going mad. You call me mad, sir? Williamson, the mad mole. You there, son. You're Joseph Williams.
Joseph Williamson, okay. I didn't know the full name. I did read it, but I forgot it. But yes, Joseph Williamson is a real figure from history who built tunnels for apparently no reason. No.
Williamson tunnels. a tourist thing. They're being excavated in my time. If you keep getting up in all these different places and times,
What is that noise?
find them.
Sorry, my microphone is clearly picking up some other noises. 1904, Liverpool. Why it's not called Liverpool, I have no idea.
Dining hall, bedrooms, the lot. Someone even said there's an army down there.
Yep, no. They're just there.
It's all shut down. All the work stopped. It's ancient history now.
Alfred, would you know how we could access any part of them?
Sorry, just... My glove is very, very old.
You want to put a girl like you seen any ghosts?
Very, very broken.
Look after yourself. It's these two you've got to worry about.
Hi, Mum. Oh, so the cobwebs have formed, even though they're very new tunnels.
We are searching for a ghost to explain the improbability of space and time. We should not be surprised.
So there's literally no clear path, is there? There he is, Joseph Williamson.
Are you from Liverpool? Why have you never mentioned it?
Keep your cool over.
Yes, he's from the north.
Can I just check? You're not a ghost, are you?
Well, that answers that.
Ghostly, sir. Did you feel it?
Lucky I don't give you one back.
What do you want?
Well, that's me.
Now, we believe the fabric of space and time is going to threaten that Earth is about to be under attack. But we need to know when, where, or who from, and we need to find others who can help us stop it happening.
Oh dear. Well, you sound mad. Finally.
I've been upon wit's end.
So, you're not mad.
I've so much to show you.
Why her? Why are you only addressing her?
The Gallifreyan device,
Yeah.
the storage of memories and identities.
Yep.
Of course you kept them.
No.
The memories you took.
Any scientist would.
Scientists never throws away their work.
Exactly.
We've had no contact
Just like I said.
for a long time. In the Weeping Angel. We trapped you in the trench. Didn't escape.
Oh, there it is.
Everything is all transferred now. Stored in that body. Which was lost.
It's lost.
How many lives?
Oh, how many lives did
How
she
many
leave?
people have I been?
Oh, many.
Hundreds. Thousands.
Well,
What would you give to know?
well, put it this way. If you continued the temporal wrestling match with Morbius, you would have probably known. How long have you lived, Doctor? How long have you lived? Ooh.
The next universe holds the other end of the wormhole where I found you. That universe may be where you're from.
Ooh.
Where you began.
She could learn her origins.
Think of the discoveries that would await us both.
Have you never even tried to go through the multiverse?
If you really knew me, you'd know I'd never agree to any of this.
Meh.
No matter how strongly you said it.
You sure?
What if I left the Earth? What if we let your friends?
Phew. I'm sure there's lots of other planets she'd care about more as much as Earth. I mean, Gallifrey itself, for one thing. Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. Kate actually really intrigues me, because for those who don't know, there are actually some spin-offs outside of Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood in Class. But none of them were official BBC productions. They were either real-time productions or BBV productions. And I think it was real-time that created the character of Kate Lethbridge-Stewart.
You're gambling that nobody cares.
And interestingly, it seems the BBC obviously got the license for the character.
So I
I mean, recast, but kind of had to, but nonetheless,
deleted incident.
it does intrigue me that the BBC actually took the time to effectively make all these other spin-offs canon, even though they had no involvement in them.
How so many people
Mind you, they were part of the Target.
died.
One of them was remade into a Target novelization, so that might have had some involvement.
Possibly one with the ability to time. How long has all this taken? A week?
Anyway, she knows. She knows.
Oh, by the way, you should know. I'm wearing a psychic manifest shield, so whatever you conjure to suffocate the others from the inside,
Ah,
task force has been many
Again.
lifetimes' work for me and my family. I will not let
yeah, sorry, it's just again, I completely missed that before. Oh yeah, tell a woman to calm down, that's not sexist.
If you
Sexist.
don't stop this, I will expose you, and I shan't hesitate to call in a favour from someone you really don't want to argue with. Do we understand?
Oh yeah, calling a favour from the doctor. Well, the doctor's a bit indisposed right now. It's a very medium house. Oh dear. Yeah. So he got into a house. And now Kate's gotta go dark. Just survive that. Osgood.
I have to go dark.
Yeah, reference of Osgood. But looks like we won't see her again. Wait, she has a flip phone? This is still a thing? And back on the Lupari. Oh boy. It's the Lupar ship. Why haven't we seen any other Lupari? Seriously. We've only seen this one guy. Was so much of the budget spent on that one costume? Did they not have the budget to make more of them? I mean, he's a funny character and all. Well, it still doesn't explain why the Lupari didn't intervene in other events. Yes, look, they should have done. No, obviously. Oh boy. 1904. So, that's why he's made the tunnels.
Against the destruction to come. There are labels on each doorway.
Yeah, labels.
A dozen doorways, a dozen worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Except past 2 days have changed everything. Why? Since All Hallows Eve, all this flux.
Ooh. The flux changed everything.
Fraught with danger. Especially doorway 9. Do not
Yeah,
touch.
don't go to that one.
Any particular reason? Death, sir. Endless death.
Endless death. Yeah, good reason.
Now I fear I can't save anyone.
Oh dear.
Does that happen often?
Never happened before.
Nope. That's never happened before.
Whoever it is, there's a way to get in.
All comms down between all Lupari ships in the shield. I can't raise anyone. Shielding's been in.
Oh, they're getting in.
Some ratio.
Hey, you stole her. His ship.
It's time.
Okay.
Arm all weapons.
Lower defenses, arm all weapons.
Missile systems are aimed inwards at the planet's surface. You have the list of target cities.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Oh, unit has been compromised.
Everything is in place. Do we have an agreement?
Ooh. The Zontarans. So this is pretty much where we came in, basically.
Be my guest.
Revenge. Pew, 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 pew. The ships. So many Zontaran space stations. Oh. Was that number 9?
I'm gonna save my friends. I'm gonna save the universe.
I can't tell.
Destroy division. So hold on to
Yeah, destroy division.
me, the end of the universe. It's personal now.
Ah,
And I'm gonna win.
No.
nope. Swarm and Azure.
How did you get here?
The Ravagers.
Temporal bridge I've been building.
They built the bridge
We harvested
all the way to get in there.
that universe to you, Doctor. Right from the start, all it took was a little time. All for this, to get beyond any one universe.
Yep,
One division.
beyond the universe.
To get revenge on those who imprisoned us so long ago.
Oh,
To take them all. You don't belong here.
she is right.
Thank you, Doctor. What for? We could heal this pain of yours so easily.
Oh,
You released me. Now I release
well,
you.
she didn't release you. Well, that's the end of Tecteum. See, Time Lords can die. Ooh, so, that is quite an ending. I have been Doctor Who commentator. I also have another account called Bakura23, but you don't want to see that. I'm also a regular contributor to the Omega Files, where we review certain episodes. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast as much as this commentary, as much as I enjoyed making it. So, here we go. The Zontar. Here it is. The Zontarans. They're invading. But Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is fighting Ravagers, Daleks, Cybermen, every dangerous race you can think of. The Doctor's memories. The Vanquishers. Goodbye.